So it's been 2 weeks since I got my delivery from Snooze Central. If you've been following any of these videos, then you're probably aware about that. One of the things I got was a return to one of the products that I got on my first Snooze shipment from the Northerner. And I wanted to go back and revisit it, but I didn't want to do exactly the same thing, so I wanted to sort of mix it up a little bit. At that time, I was really into licorice products. In Japan, as I've said before, it's hard to get licorice products, especially good licorice products, because it's, it's another flavor that's related to Chinese and herbal medicine. So I was doing my research and I found Kapten, and the Kapten Salmiak. So this is Kapten's licorice, basically. I tried the original version, I believe the original portions and original strength, and they were quite good. It was a little wet. It was my first time doing an original portion, and I wasn't expecting something to be so sort of moist, but the flavor is really good. The licorice flavor was really up front. It was really well balanced with the tobacco, and it was exactly the kind of flavor I was looking for in a licorice flavored snus. I really, really liked it. In fact, I liked it so much that I went through the can before I even had time to do a online review. That didn't happen this time with the Kapten Salmiak Extra Stark. So if you don't know, Extra Stark basically means extra strong, and it's not extra strong, it's fairly strong. It's not too bad. So these guys are white portions, and they're very, very, very dry. They're almost as dry as the X range. So I'm beginning to think that the only white portions that I really like are the Yodaberg Rapé's white portions. And that's just because they pack a lot of flavor for a white portion, but I'm finding more and more that the white portions in general are more dried out, and it just takes a lot longer for the flavor to build up and develop in your mouth. And when I want to snooze, I want it now. I don't want to wait around for half an hour for the juices to build up in my mouth and my saliva to start dripping down. I want to pop it in there. I want to taste it. So I will probably be going with the Extra Stark original portion next time I do this guy. But let's talk about the flavor profile. So you can see these are quite large portions. They're not too small, they're not too big. They're slightly larger than your regular white portions. There's a nice, good amount of tobacco in here. It's nice and fluffy. And ooh, it smells like licorice. And it's a little more complex and a little more licoricey than your basic anisette sort of flavor. A lot of these portions that claim to be, here's the catch lid in case you want to see it, fairly good sized catch lid. Got the AG logo on the inside, which is kind of a nice touch. Not that anybody's gonna sit there and stare at the inside of their catch lid for very long, but at least you know who's making your snus. So again, I digress. Back to the flavor. It is licoricey. It's not just the anisette kind of smell. It's got a very licoricey nose to it. It's got that sort of, I don't even know how to describe that, black licoricey chemical kind of burn that you get in your back of your nose when you try it. Kind of like that same sort of wasabi kind of power, where it's just got that little bit of a tingle in there, and it just ticks all the right boxes as far as what a licorice flavored snus should taste like. Flavor is really, really good with this guy, but again, it takes forever to get the flavor out of it. And that's not a problem, but as I said before, I don't want to sit around and wait. I want to get that taste in my mouth. I'm not doing the snus for the nicotine content. I'm not doing the snus because, of anything else. I want to have something that puts a nice flavor in my mouth, kind of like a refreshing kind of thing. And I don't want to do mints. I don't want to do anything that's got a bunch of sugar in it. So, I know it's not the healthiest thing for you, but at least it's interesting. And it's something that's tasty and interesting at the same time. It's not always going to be the case with things like mint or gum. Gum loses its flavor after a while. These have their flavor much, much longer, and honestly, it's a much more complex, it's a much more interesting flavor than any gum that I've ever had, any mint that I've ever had. So I will continue to be popping these guys in my mouth and trying them out. But again, licorice is a really good flavor. It's a very freshening flavor. It's a very enjoyable flavor. I mean, licorice is one of those things you either like or you don't like, and a lot of people don't like it. That's fine. You don't have to like it, but there are people like me who do like black licorice, and it just happens to be that snus is one of these things that black licorice goes really well with, because black licorice and salt are this sort of weird combination that is just really, really good together. You know, a lot of Scandinavian countries have this black licorice and salt flavor candies and stuff like that that we don't have in the West, you know. But it's a really good combination. I highly recommend checking it out if you want to try something different. Again, it's more herbal, it's more plant tobacco forward than some of the other licorice portions, but it's got a really robust, great flavor. Maybe don't get the white portions, get the original portions if you can find them. And yeah, let me know what you guys think, if you've had the other Kapten products, how you like the other licorice flavors, if you got another licorice product that you want to recommend to me. Always interested to try something, and if you know something about maybe licorice candies, let me know. I'm always, you know, looking to try something new. So yeah, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.